Hi kids, I hope everyone's doing well and has had a great week. And did you all do the creature project, the drawing project that I sent you last week? If so, I'd love for you to send me photos of it. I'd love to post it on the Backgate Studio Facebook page and I want to see them. Hope you had fun with it. Today we're going to be making what's called a Flexagon. Take a look at this. It's a paper toy, foldable. You get a super close up. Ain't that the bomb? Look at that. Hours of fun. Pretty satisfying, huh? Okay. Now the Flexagon, it was actually invented by a Princeton graduate named Arthur Stone in 1939, about 80 years ago. There's all different kinds of Flexagons. This one's called a kaleidocycle. Wonder why it's called a kaleidocycle. Pretty cool. And we are going to be also be talking about line and pattern when we're doing this. I bet you can see why. We're using a template, which I would have emailed to you by now. If for some reason you can't print it out, please email me or phone me. Your parents have my contact info. And I will mail it to you super quick that same day. Okay, if you don't have a way of printing it out. Things you're going to need are the printed template and markers or crayons or colored pencils. I'm borrowing my daughter's Copic markers. She has excellent markers and I'm going to have fun with those today. You're also going to need scissors and a glue stick, or I've got some rubber cement. I prefer that. Or you could even use school glue, although it won't dry quite as fast as your glue stick. And some tape. You'll need a little bit of tape at the end. So let's get started on that. We're first going to draw a different design in each of these rows. You can use as many colors for each row as you like. You'll see A, a close-up of that, A, and all across those triangles, that triangle shape, is the A row. Then next, the B row, and that'll be the triangle shapes going across, C, and then D. Then you've got your end tabs here. So we're going to color it in first and add some patterns to our shapes after that. Then we're going to cut it out and fold it. Okay, so let me turn that around so I can start my drawing. And Ryan, you can come around this way. My daughter's helping me again today. You can use whatever color combinations you would like. I want to do maybe some that'll contrast. Whoops, that's the wrong way. Some that will contrast next to each other and some that will blend together, maybe a light orange and a dark orange next to each other. And I choose to do each triangle in a row the same. I may add some different patterns later. I haven't decided yet. Remember, you're the artist. You get to decide. If you go out of the lines a little bit, that's okay. I'm going to show you all this first row, and then I'll let you go on and do some on your own, and then we'll check back in together with each other. You don't have to watch me do all of my lines. So I've got a pattern there, right? I'm repeating the same thing over and over again. And I think I want to have a bit of a contrast there. I'm going to choose this aqua color. You don't have to do triangles, that's just my choice. Next one, maybe I'll do some stripes. See how I feel about that. You come up with your own patterns. Don't have to copy me, but you can if you want to. I go even a darker color. I have a pointy end on this one. I'm not crazy about the pointy end. I like this one better. Ooh, yeah. You choosing some interesting colors? Okay, now we'll go to the next row. Welcome back. I'm just finishing up my colors. Different patterns. I hope you're trying some different patterns. Remember, patterns are just lines or shapes repeating themselves. And you see, mine's not perfect. My lines aren't perfectly straight. I'm not worried about that. I am concerned with creating some interesting patterns. So now on top of those patterns, I forgot to tell you, you need a Sharpie or a pen. It doesn't necessarily need to be a Sharpie, just something that has a skinny point. And I'm going to create patterns within the pattern. So I'm going to create line patterns within the colored shapes. So I think maybe a zigzag. So I'm going to do that in each one of these. I'm going to go all the way across and do the same pattern in all of those orange and aqua triangles. And then you don't have to watch me do that, but I'm going to do the next one. I'm going to try a different pattern. Maybe a pattern of repeating lines. So in all of my letter B triangles, the blue ones, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'll be doing that all the way across. And then in my row of C triangles, I'm going to do a different pattern. I think maybe I'll do double lines going across. Just pairs of lines. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. You're just creating a pattern for interest. I'm going to do those all the way across. And then on my row of D triangles, I'm going to create a different one. Experiment with some different curved patterns, straight patterns, angled patterns. But you're going to do the same pattern in each of the same colors. Okay, so I'm going to continue on and do that, and we'll check in just a minute with you. Still creating my patterns. Whoops, I see I messed up there a little bit. So what? No one will ever even notice. You always notice your own mistakes, or not really mistakes, it's just something you didn't mean to do. But other people don't even notice. If I hadn't told you, you would not have known. So I'm continuing to do my patterns. You can make them as complicated or as simple as you like. Not too simple. Don't take the lazy way out. I want you to really work on this and come up with some interesting patterns. What's going on up there in my head? Do you guys see the creature in the... Is my daughter filming her creature? Hi, Spike. That's Spike, everybody. He's our family bearded dragon.
He is helping me film.
He's a really good artist. Well, really, I have no idea if he is or not. If you're stumped for any new patterns, look around the room or look at the fabric on your shirts. The windows create a pattern, maybe of repeating squares or rectangles. There could